Alexis Stark, Director of Special Services with Grandview C4, and I wanted to review with you our new seclusion and restraint reporting practices. First, let's take a look at the new board policy and how it defines different types of restraint. First, mechanical restraint is the use of any device or equipment to restrict a student's freedom of movement. We need to be careful and remember this does not include adaptive devices or mechanical supports used to achieve proper body position, of balance, or alignment. It does not include vehicle safety restraints. It does not include restraints for medical immobilization. And it does not include orthopedically prescribed devices that permit a student to participate in activities without risk. The next is physical restraint. A personal restriction, such as person to person physical contact, that immobilizes, reduces, or restricts the ability of a student to move the student's torso, arms, legs, or head freely. So, again, if you are impeding a child's ability to move their torso, arms, legs, or head freely, that is considered a physical restraint. The only time it is not considered a physical restraint is when there's a physical escort, and this is defined as a temporary touching or holding of the hand, wrist, arm, shoulder, or back for the purpose of inducing a student to walk to a safe location. Physical restraint also does not include comforting or calming a student, holding a student's hand to transport the student for safety purposes, intervening in a fight, or using an assistive or protective device prescribed by an appropriately trained professional or professional team. You'll also see the word prone noticed, and this implies that the student is on their stomach side and the face is down or turned to one side or the other. Let's take a look at the reporting timeline. First, as soon as possible, begin a seclusion and restraint incident tracking form. This really will walk you step by step exactly what needs to go where. The initial piece that is prescribed by the law and DESE is to make sure that by the end of the school day, you must have informed the parent or legal guardian that restraint or seclusion was used with their child. Technically, you have until 1 hour after the conclusion of your school day, but it's best to make that contact as soon as possible. Within 24 hours of the event, you must submit the completed seclusion and restraint form, which is the JGGA AF1, to the Special Services Director. Within 36 hours of the incident, the Special Services Director will approve or request amendments and edits to the form and send it back to the school administrator. Within 5 days of the incident, the school administrator must provide the parent or legal guardian with a copy of the form, and within 30 days, the incident must be reported by the Special Services Director to DESE. Let's take a look at the incident tracking form. It begins with the student being placed in seclusion or restraint. It then indicates that as soon as possible, but no later than 1 hour after the end of the school day, that the parent is contacted and gives you an opportunity to document on this form. However, it is also required that you document this information in SIS. Within 5 school days, the school will provide the parent or legal guardian copies of the seclusion or restraint form, JGGA AF1. It has space for you to document the day you provided it to the Director of Special Services, the day it was approved by the Director of Special Services, and the date that it was provided to the parent or guardian. The next 2 steps is the school administrator shall maintain the seclusion and restraint form as an educational record of the student. And then that last piece, within 30 days of the incident, the Director of Special Services reporting it to DESE. Let's take a look at the seclusion and restraint form. The top part is going to be demographic information regarding the student, as well as specific information about the intervention that was used: date, time, duration, location. And then you also have, again, another spot for you to document the time and manner of initial notification to parents and guardians. It has to be within 1 hour of the end of the school day in which the incident occurred. The rest of this is very similar to what you've completed in the past. Describing the event leading to the use of the seclusion or restraint, description of the method used. Again, if you can describe or name the SCM hold that you or restraint that you are using, that's where that would go. And then describing the nature or extent of any injuries to the student, and then providing the following information about your district personnel. So if I am not SCM certified, but I am taking notes, I am considered involved in the situation. So it would be Alexis Stark, Director of Special Services, certification, none, role in incident, note taker. Perhaps Maggie Arthur is supporting a student. Name Maggie Arthur. Title, classroom teacher, certification, SCM trainer, role in incident, lead individual restraining student. School district administrators, in this section where it says if you have any questions regarding this incident, you will need to include your name and contact information so that parents are able to understand that you are the one who has direct knowledge of what occurred. We are also now required to connect the parent to additional support in our community, and that will be done through Carla Harris. The parent has the right to file a complaint against the school, and that can be done by contacting me with my information provided. Additionally, the law also supports the parent's right to report child abuse and neglect and provides the phone number for them to do so. You'll notice at the bottom of the form, there is a link, and you are required to fill out this form for our intra-district data collection purposes. It includes a lot of the same information, and I know that that's never fun, but it is important because it also includes information that is not on that form, on the original form. So it breaks it down into what DESE is asking for. Instead of being 3 minutes, it chunks it into different minute lengths. Same with time of day. Instead of simply saying 11:53, it wants during lunch as the specific phrasing of when the event occurred. This is also true with location. For example, it doesn't want you to say room 113. It wants you to say classroom, admin office, outside, common area. One piece that I want to clarify is it does ask for the incident event, and I tried to note that this is how the incident is being counted or considered. So if the event occurred or incident occurred because of a disciplinary situation, that's what you would select. If we were supporting a student due to a behavioral need, that's what would be selected. If you're not sure what to put, you can mark other. Resulting injuries, again, this is only listed as major, minor, or none, with a follow-up question of describing the injuries. And then we get more into data collection for district purposes. So current student programming needs, that's whether the student has an IEP, 504, they receive ELL programming, or perhaps they do have a building success plan or student success plan. And then the final question is the race or ethnicity of the student. And for that, we do ask that you use what is documented in SAS. And just for your information, here is a sample of how I have to report and input everything into DESE. And so again, the upload file, that's where I will put the form that you have provided to the parent as well as the tracking form. If you have any questions, please reach out to your SEM trainers or myself in the Special Services Department, and we would be happy to support you. If while you're filling out the form you have any questions, again, just give us a call because we want to make sure that we walk you through it and we get everything taken care of. Thanks so much.